Picture this, you're in a big city walking around. Now look up. More than likely, you've seen a mural on a building or a wall. Have you ever wondered how they get there or who puts them there? Well, I'm about to inform you about one of the best, most famous contemporary artists, street artists, graphic designers, and activists, and how his journey got him to where he is today. The artist I'm describing to you is a guy by the name of Frank Shepard Fairey, or more known as Shepard Fairey. Fairey grew up in Charleston, South Carolina in 1970. After graduation, Fairey became majorly involved within art. He started drawing on skateboards and t-shirts and simple things like that. In 1992, he earned a Bachelor's of Fine Arts in Illustration from the Rhode Island School of Design. With this, he became a big part of the designing world. It wasn't until he created the Andre the Giant Has a Posse sticker campaign in 1989 that his designing career really started to get recognized. When creating this sticker campaign, he really didn't know, or he only did it to gain fame from his classmates and college peers. But only did he know that it would take off the way that it did. On the screen, I have the first poster is the original that he designed, and then the other one is the one that he keeps updating and is the current one today. In 2008, Fairey designed a poster supporting the Barack Obama's presidential campaign. This poster is widely known as the Hope poster, and many of you probably recognize it. This poster actually caused a big uproar while it was being made because the image that is used of Obama is stolen from a photographer that was taking the picture during a speaking event. After Fairey stole parts of the design from someone else. In Fairey's offense, this wasn't supposed to be a nationwide poster. He was just bored and wanted to do something for what was going on throughout the nation at that time. But this was definitely not the first time Shepard has ran into the law. All throughout Shepard Fairey's career, he was getting arrested and he was always in and out of jails. Which, you have to remember, Fairey was doing this, what he was doing was a form of vandalism. But in his case, this was the way to get your work and stuff noticed at that time. Days and nights, Fairey and his crew would sneak around and put up many posters as they could. Cops were always out watching and seeing if they could catch them, but sometimes they did and sometimes they weren't so lucky. There were nights where Fairey would spend 4 to 5 nights in the local jail. According to the Detroit Police Department, Fairey had turned himself in on a felony charge for destruction of property. His bail bond ended up being $75,000. After all the excitement was over, Fairey took a step back and decided to focus on building a family with his wife, Amanda. Today, he still continues in the designing field, but more on a professional level. He currently just got done doing a collaboration with Hublot designing watches. One of Fairey's designs is actually in the watch. In Shepard Fairey's website, Obey the Giant, you will find many of his past and present art pieces, along with what he's doing in his today life. Fairey will always be widely known as the street artist that was never scared of anything. He always was known as the fearless artist that created so many recognizable pieces. I hope that this speech will educate you more on who Shepard Fairey was, and next time you are out and about, either watching TV or even reading an article, and hear or see something about Shepard Fairey, you will hopefully remember at least one thing from my speech, and will possibly educate someone else on what an amazing and unique artist he truly is. I would like to leave you with a quote from Shepard Fairey himself, and that is, "I think street artist is one of the most democratic, accessible, empowering, and inspiration forms of art there is." And for me, I completely agree.
Bravo.